This is not because we don't know the object, but because there is no object. We are simply grateful. Do you know that experience? Of being simply grateful, not thankful for a specific something. He says, thankfulness has taken hold of us, not because something special has happened to us, but just because we are. Because we participate in the glory and power of being. It's a mood of joy, but more than a mood, more than a transitory emotion. It's a state of being. And it's more than joy. It's a joy that includes the feeling that is given, that we cannot accept it without bringing some sacrifice, namely the sacrifice of thanks. But there's no one to whom we can bring it, and so it remains within us, a state of silent gratefulness. So do you sense that thanks energy, that gratefulness joy inside you? That's not necessarily related to something specific out there that you have received, but rather it's conditioned and changed who you are. You know, next Sunday is Advent Sunday, and we start the Christian year all over again. And we spend a number of weeks preparing for Christmas, preparing ourselves to receive the gift of the Christ child, preparing ourselves to make a new beginning. And no matter how old you are or how experienced you are as a Christian person, it's still a time for a new beginning, for taking stock and for evaluating and saying, where am I going with my life of faith? And I think it's a really great place for you to start at that place that Tillich calls the state of silent gratefulness. And I invite you into the state of silent gratefulness and let it take hold. Yes, deep appreciation for everything that you have, all the blessings of life, all the comforts of life, all the relationships, all the love, the church community, and so on. But allow that gratefulness then to become a liberation experience that sets you free to go out into the world with great joy. And what he says is that thanks always leads to a sacrifice. Sacrifice is a pretty heavy-duty word for us, but gratefulness takes us out of ourselves, into the world, and into situations that we don't know. And we've been reminded of several of them this week. We've been reminded of the whole immigrant community in our midst, 11 million people, 12 million, as they say, living in the shadows. And half of them have been given a little bit of hope for the next 3 years. But boy, it's only a beginning. There are still a lot of people living in the shadows. Still a lot of people who feel as though they have to stay secret. And I believe that in our gratefulness, we are called out to build relationships, to build connections, to hold the hand of those who are living in fear, those who are living in the shadows. And I don't know about you, but I am very anxious about the announcement when it comes from Ferguson. What Ferguson has shown us is that there's something very, very wrong, and it doesn't make any difference what the announcement is whenever it comes. We have discovered that there is deep mistrust. We have discovered that there is deep, you can call it racism. It's a real racial, cultural insensitivity. When I hear the governor of Missouri speak, when I hear the mayor of Ferguson speak, I hear people who do not have experience of connecting to people who are different from themselves. There has not been that liberation that comes from deep thankfulness of engaging the world around them. And Barry White was on my case. Barry, where are you? Are you still in here? Oh, there you are. He was on my case about this morning's editorial in the Bee. Have you seen it? I mean, it's right on target. They are panning the city and county of Sacramento for gross negligence when it comes to the homeless population. And at the same time, there's a story in the Bee about the millions and millions and millions of dollars that have been spent on these recent election campaigns. In the district where the Barrett-OC fight has been staged, $78 per vote has been spent on those nasty TV ads. It doesn't make sense, does it, to be spending money like that when we have people out on the street without a place to keep warm at night, without that sense of a warm blanket that we can put around us. So as we celebrate Thanksgiving, please celebrate with gusto. Celebrate with deep joy. Celebrate with a profound appreciation for the love and the care that surrounds you and all of us. At the same time, remember to reach out, to touch, to make those connections of love, of community that truly bring life to who we are as the people of God. So thanks be to God for the gift of our children. Thanks be to God for the gift of Thanksgiving. And I wish you a very beautiful celebration of Thanksgiving on Thursday. So Lily's going to lead us again